Hey, what's up? It is Wednesday, the 31st of August, the last day in August. And how's everyone doing today? Can you believe it? As August went quickly for you as it has for me. Yeah. Um, what's everyone doing today? It is 12:26 here, so lunchtime pretty much. And usually Wednesdays are story days. I do have a couple short stories I could tell you today. I just want to let everyone know that it is transfer deadline day today. If no one knows what that means, it's where the transfer window for football or soccer players closes tonight at 11 o'clock London time. So just a couple things I just want to pick up on before I go any further with anything else in the podcast. That Joe Hart has went to Torino, which is like Newcastle signing Petr Cech, I feel. It's like the weird thing was, obviously, I feel like Pep Guardiola's made a huge statement in this in terms of like Joe Hart being kind of a fan favourite goalkeeper, and then all of a sudden turn around and turn him away within the first 6 weeks of Pep being in charge. Is that a statement thing? Do you think that he's just went for the big, a bit like in prison where you're supposed to go for the big guy and hit him straight in the face? He's went to their main, the first name on the team sheet and said, find another club. Knowing fine well that no other Premier League club need a goalkeeper. And then you look at the other big clubs, Real Madrid. I feel like Real Madrid should have taken him. Barcelona have just signed Sillerson, and they've got Ter Stegen. PSG have got this other guy, Sirigu. Inter Milan, AC Milan, everyone's taken, and all the way down to Torino, which is like, I'm guessing, the Southampton of Italian football teams. It's just a really weird thing. Also, kind of humiliating thing, I think, for Hart. I don't know. I feel like he's a better goalkeeper than. I actually feel like he's a better goalkeeper than Caballero completely, and than Bravo, who they've just signed. And he's younger. But that's what you're going to do. It's a weird thing. Secondly, Moussa Sissoko looks like he's on his way. I'm chuffed for Newcastle for finally just going, no, we want 30 million or the deal's off the table, to increase his worth. 3,000% on how much you bought him for? We bought him for $1 million. He goes for 30. Is that 3,000%? He's great. He's huge. He's not worth that. Just so everyone knows, he's a £10 million player, really. And yeah, someone's texted me. And yeah. So that's glad to see him go. We've been doing well in the championship, and he's not started a game. So if we can just get 30 million out of someone who's costing us wages and isn't really that good, absolutely. Yeah, so that's the football talk. I'm sure tomorrow there'll be finalised decisions that maybe will feature in this podcast. But yeah, I didn't make a podcast Monday. It was bank holiday, which is a kind of a national holiday in the UK. And yesterday I was just... Yes, actually, I can talk about what I did yesterday. I got up early, did my CrossFit, did the terrible thing of going to sleep at like midday for an hour because I was just spent from the morning. But then I went to... it's terrible yawning. I went to walk down to Tynemouth, which is about 2.5 miles away from where I live. Down probably some of Britain's best coastline. I'm starting to realise that now, that actually where I live is, in terms of the coast, probably on a nice day, which is really rare. That's probably the problem with it, actually. We have, where I live is, I'd say, the UK's best coastline, between Whitley Bay and Tynemouth. Tynemouth has been voted the UK's best coastal town, and the beach, Tynemouth Beach, has been voted the UK's best coastline recently. So yeah, The problem with it we just lack nice days often, and we've had a really good summer actually this summer. So I think as I was walking yesterday, I took the drone out really, and I'm making a little drone video at the minute, kind of about Whitley Bay and Tynemouth and getting all the main landmarks in and stuff like that, which will be up on my Facebook and YouTube soon enough. But yeah, I took it out, had a lovely day, but walking there and back, it was like 5 or 6 miles just in the heat, with the kind of coastal breeze. And I'm building this up to make it sound a lot worse than it probably is. But by the time 8:30 came around, I was in bed, and by the time 9 o'clock struck, I was asleep, and I slept for 12 hours. I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning. So yeah, I kind of just I didn't really make time for the podcast yesterday, and I just kind of regret it. So this is making up for it today. So what am I doing today? I have work later, and I've got to edit quite a bit of stuff. This website that I've been working on is due on Friday. So just kind of finishing everything off, pretending I'm a website developer for another few days. Yeah, just kind of sorting it all out really. You know that kind of thing where you've been working on something for such a long time, you just can't wait for it to be over. But I'm just a terrible guy. I'm terrible at just kind of half working on everything until the day before, and then just speeding through everything. It's probably about 2 hours work that'll take me 3 days to do. But yeah, I've got that to do. Anything else interesting? Well, I have been looking back into my travel plans. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I think I'm going to go to Bali. I'd like to go to Bali. It looks gorgeous. So I think I'm going to do my 1-month trip that I'm scheduled on for G Adventures, and do I think Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. Is there one more place? I think there's one more place, but yeah. And then I think I'm going to go down, do the kind of Thai Peninsula for a few weeks, and then hopefully go to Borneo, Bali. I'd like to do Singapore, and then head down to Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, so look out for that in the vlogs. I will be starting the vlogs. I am when I go to WrestleMania in April. It's probably when I start the vlog. If you look back at like earlier in the year, I did 1 or 2 vlogs on the DJI Osmo, but they're quite embarrassing, and I wasn't really good at it. I wasn't comfortable with the equipment I was using for once. The Osmo really isn't as good of a vlog camera as everyone, or as it's been marketed to be. It really isn't. It's really impractical. So I'm going to get myself like a G7X or something and take that around with me. Something lightweight, something with okay battery, good picture quality. You can flip up a screen, and it's easy to get around the place. So now I'm really excited to start that kind of doing travel vlogging, giving an honest opinion. You know what I'm like by now, like a cynical, but giving an honest opinion about these places and where to go, and me being a first-time traveler rather than an experienced one, kind of having you guys experience my ups and downs as I'm living it. Yeah, so I guess today isn't story time because we're already on 10 minutes. Anything else? I guess I'm just catching up with everyone today. It's still gorgeous over here in the UK for the next probably week or two, and then summer will officially be over. Well, summer's over tomorrow officially, but it looks like we're going to have a kind of weather hangover. Our June was terrible, so I'm assuming that our September's going to be hopefully a lot better. But yeah, let's say goodbye to summer now, and hello to hopefully a nice autumn, fall, whatever you guys call it. And I'll speak to you tomorrow in the first day of fall. Goodbye. Goodbye.